Uh-oh, y'all. The #1 trip y'all voted for is now available. Japan.
So where we going?
We going to Tokyo, Kyoto, Osaka, going to 3 cities. You get the whole vibe.
Oh, I like that.
Oh, excuse me.
So what we doing?
Mario Kart through the city, Shibuya Scramble Square, food and neighborhood tour, shrine visits, even taking a bullet train.
Shout out Brad Pitt.
And even seeing sumo wrestlers.
Oh, wait. Is there more?
That is. That's the crazy part.
Hey!
Oh, come on.
That sounds amazing.
You damn right it is. You know what's even more amazing?
What?
They going with us. And we amazing.
We are?
You damn right we are.
Oh.
What's even more amazing, we upgraded all the hotels because your sleep and comfort's important to us.
Well, damn. So what they got to do?
Stop sleeping on this deal and book it and reserve it before it's all booked out. Come on now. Hey, security shit. So reserve now. Book your spot. Peace. Or should we bow?
I don't know. Do both.
My name is Marlon Palmer, and this is the time that I got suspended for porn. I was in grade 7 when my dad got satellite for the first time. I don't know if you remember DirecTV. You guys remember DirecTV?
I already know where this
Got a little chip reader.
Oh, yeah.
594 through 598.
But when it rains, it's over.
Yeah, when it rains, it's a wrap. So my dad got satellite for the first time, and this is summer. I had, summer had nothing to do, especially grade 7 when I was like 13 years old, 14 years old.
That's the age you discover.
That's the age. I was like, he set this up on purpose. So then now, yeah, I find those channels. I'm jerking off all summer. I'm doing 3 a days, 4 a days. It's it's crazy. Yeah, boy. I'm getting to work, bro. I never jerked off more in my life, honestly.
Skinny,
oh my, I lost so much weight. So, yeah, so I discovered porn, and then I found in my dad's room some DVDs while I was cleaning. And it's just more like DVD porn, like Black Booty 58 and shit, like just random shit. And I internalized, I'm like, okay, so guys jerk off, they just don't tell anybody.
Let me ask you this, your dad's single dad?
No.
So he had it in the room with your mom?
Yeah. I don't want to talk about what they were doing with that. I don't even know if she knew it was in there because they are Christians. So I was like, I don't even know if she knew it was in there. So I internalized it as like, this is just a secret thing that you do for yourself, right? This is me time. This is self-care. So and now I'm thinking it's a secret. I'm not telling nobody. So I'm not going to school telling my boys I jerked off this summer or whatever. I'm just keeping it cool. And our school in grade 8, the next following year, was it was a freshly built school. So we're the first kids in there. Some parts weren't done being built yet, namely the cafeteria. So we had to eat in our classrooms. And I was eating in my class, and we had these we that would volunteer to supervise the kids, make sure nobody's, burning shit or whatever. And we could be on the computer during this lunchtime, and I see a group of boys around this one guy on the computer, right? Now, usually that's only happening when we're playing some serious game that's really dope or whatever. So I walk over there expecting to see some games, and it's a site called Dragon Moon X. That's what the site was called at the time.
The anime porn?
The anime porn, right?
I was never into that.
I never knew it existed up until that point. So I walk over there and I see Goku fucking Sailor Moon. It rocked my world. I was so confused. I was like, who draws it? I thought it was the actual show. I was so confused, right? So then now the guys are all like, oh, I know this site. My older brother showed me this site. And they're all just comparing sites. And I get on the computer next to them, and I'm like, yo, let me show you this one I found in the summer.
Let me show you something.
So I go on this site called Einstein.com at the time. And it was just a site just filled with titties.
I thought it was gonna be girls giving brain.
I mean, you think so, right? That's actually, hey.
That makes more sense to me.
Hey, you might have stumbled on something. But, so then now I clicked that, and when I clicked it, one of my boys that was behind us playing cards, he jumps up and he's like, oh, look!
Surprise, motherfucker!
And I turned around immediately because I'm like, I didn't think it was him. So I was scared. I turned around and he's just laughing. He's whatever, just joking around. But at the same time, I look and I see my crush in the corner of the room, And she's looking over at my screen like, and she like books what is on the screen and just starts shaking her head in disgust, right? So now my heart just broke into. My heart just broke in two, and I'm not realizing what's happening at the front of the room. Now the parent, which is honestly, it was the worst parent out of all. You always have that one parent that's like the bitch out of everybody.
The Karen of parents.
The Karen of parents. So she comes, and I'm not noticing that she has walked into the room at the same time as him going, look. So now she's wondering what's on the computer. I turn, the guys beside me have already started closing everything, right? So I start closing my stuff.
Okay, nobody panic. We have to trick the computer.
And this is 2001. You close porn in 2001, 15 other porns pop up, right? So I'm panicking. There's dick enlargement pills on the screen. There's veiny cocks all over the place. I'm like, this is crazy. I'm closing. She walks over. The only thing I can do at this point is put my finger on the power button. I'm like, fuck it. I hold the power button, and right before it turns off, she comes over, sees it, audible gasp, and the computer shuts off. She's like, come with me. I'm like, fuck. So then she brings me downstairs, and 10 minutes later, two of the guys that were on the computer beside me come downstairs. So I'm like, wow, what happened? And he's like, I don't know. She brought us out of the room, and then she told us to come downstairs. I'm like, okay, someone's snitching. All right. So then now we get inside the principal's office. The principal's like, yo, what happened? What happened? Why are you guys on this site? Blah, blah, blah. We're lying through our teeth. We weren't on the site. I don't know what she's talking about. She's lying, blah, blah, blah. So she's like, okay, come with me. So she starts walking us back upstairs to the classroom. I don't know what's going on, but I know a performance is about to happen. I can feel it. We get inside the room, and she stands at the front of the classroom. We're at our desks now, and she's like, all right, everybody put your head down on the desk and close your eyes, right? So we all put our heads down on the desk. I play Heads Up 7-Up. I know how to cheat. So I'm like looking through the cracks right here. And she's just like, all right, whoever saw Henry on the inappropriate site, raise your hand. You see 3 people like raise their hand. I'm like, okay. Whoever saw Andrew on the inappropriate site, raise your hand. You see 2 or 3 people raise their hand. Whoever saw Marlon on the inappropriate site, raise your hand. Half the class. And like with enthusiasm, like shaking their hands. So I'm like,
don't tell me Henry and the other dude was one of them.
Dude that went, oh, look, is one of them, right? My crush is one of them. I'm like, I'm losing it at this point. So then now she's like, okay, thank you. Marlon, come with me. Only Marlon, come with me. I go downstairs now. She's like, I'm gonna have to call your parents and you're suspended for the rest of the day. I'm like, suspend? I'd never heard that word before at that point in my life. I didn't know, like I could get suspended. So she's like, yeah, I'm gonna have to send you home for the rest of the day and you're suspended. I'm gonna be calling your parents. I'm like, oh, okay. And so I got my stuff. I'm walking home. I speed walked home, and I'm just praying she didn't call my mom, because my mom's the more strict one. Plus, my mom gets home earlier than my dad. I could get away with getting to bed before my dad gets home if she calls my dad. So then I get home, I turn into Cinderella, bro. I'm cleaning everything. I've never mopped before. The whole house smelled like pine sol. It was just immaculate. My mom comes home, the house is spick and span. Dishes done. Shoes are put away. Vacuumed the carpet, everything. Gave her a hug when she came in, because I could tell she wasn't the one that got called. So then now she's like, oh, this is nice. I like this. Every evening should be like this. I'm at the dinner table. I'm doing my homework. I got my homework laid out. I haven't done homework in years.
That's what I want to know, like, what you do.
I'm like, how is she, like, in retrospect, I'm like, how does she not know something was up, right? So then fast forward to a couple hours later, she's watching TV and she's got her tea or whatever, and I hear the garage door open. My heart sunk to my balls, bro. I never felt fear like that in my life. I start shaking. So then now the garage door opens, closes, and they come inside the house. He's got my little brother and sister with him, right? And I can tell, you know when you know your parents are gonna bust your ass so they don't look at you? until they're done taking off everything they need to take off and situating everything.
If he told your siblings to go to their room, you already.
They were already in the room.
Oh damn.
They're already in the room. So I knew what was up, right? I'm still at the dinner table doing homework. So my dad comes in, and I don't know about you, my dad has a stance before he's about to bust my ass, right? He's gonna hit me with some questioning before he beats me. So he puts his hand on the counter, and he puts his other hand on his hip, and he puts this foot. Once this foot locks in right here, it's over. It's a wrap.
It's a Jamaican man.
Jamaican man. Jamaican Christian man.
Oh my God.
Okay? And a former army man.
Oh Lord.
All right? So then now, he's like, what happened at school today? Because they're never gonna just say what happened. You gotta say it out of your own mouth, right? My mom turns. She's like, because now the pine saw starts smelling bad. She starts realizing what's going on. She's like, what happened? My dad's like, no. He's gonna tell you. This one I was not, usually I tell half the truth. This one I wasn't saying shit. I was like, nothing, I don't know. What are you talking about? I don't know, right? And my mom's getting frustrated now. She's like, what happened? And my dad's like, this one was on porn at school. Before he even got to at school, that teacup, my mom never threw anything at me before in my life. That teacup was hurtling at me, bro. So then my dad's like, no, don't worry. I'm gonna deal with him. He's gonna work harder than he's ever worked in this house before in his life. So in my head, I'm like, oh, work? Got off light, like community service ain't nothing. Friggin', he tells me, go get ready for bed. I get in the shower. Halfway through the shower, I hear the door open. I hear that belt buckle hit.
No, God, please, no.
The rest is history. I'm a ghost. I'm not even here. I died in that shower. So it was a wild time, man. Like I never experienced anything like that before. Afterwards, I definitely didn't experience anything like that before, and it's just got me a very traumatic relationship with porn.
All right, so I got a couple statements, a couple questions.
Yeah.
I too got beat out the shower in my life. Never get in trouble while you naked.
Never.
I learned that lesson.
Yeah.
I told that story. So that. Two, what you should have did, since your dad wanted to come in with a theatric, I would have looked down and said, do you really want to do this? I know your secret too.
See, but at that point, I didn't know if it was a secret or not.
It don't matter.
But you got porn too.
Oh, you got porn up in the room.
Yeah, I'm not brave enough for that. I'm sorry. And you're braver than me. And he's Jamaican. That's not even a point.
Okay.
That's not even a point to them. That like just because I do it does not mean do you pay bills in here? That's all you're gonna hear.
I was just trying to get the distraction with the mom, because the mom didn't know she gonna be mad at the dad.
Yo, when she found out, it was over. She didn't speak to me for like a week. She was so disgusted. And I should also add the guy who pointed and said, hey, look, and then my crush saw it. I just hosted their wedding during the pandemic.
Well, it was meant for it.
They started dating a month later and never stopped dating since grade 8.
That's crazy.
I feel like my porn brought them together. Cause she was kind of like, oh, he's not that type of guy. He pointed it out. So I feel like that was the instant catalyst. I'm always hating for it. That's my homie.
Say your dad was Christian. He had porn in the room. Was any of them named Bible Booty?
No, thank God. Thank God. Speaking in tongue 6. Speaking with tongue 6. Yeah, no. It was I remember vividly, it was Vanessa Blue and
all about her.
Kitten, some girl named Kitten or something like that with a super long tongue. And it was just like, those were my staple go-to porn women for like 4 years after that.
All right, my last two questions. One, how long you got suspended for?
I got suspended for just that day, honestly.
Just a day?
Yeah, I went back to school the next day and it was an in-school suspension. So I was in like the class with like the special ed kids for like the whole day.
Okay. And did you want to fight any of them kids?
Oh my God, I never spoke to half of them. For the ones that snitched on me, I never spoke to half of them for the whole school year. And they knew why.
Oh yeah. All right. That's funny.